Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I've got the Giantmouse GM6 here with me for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this guy. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content. So let's see how big this guy is. This guy's overall length is gonna be 6.8 inches with a 2.9 inch long blade, and I would say 3.7 kind of 3.8 inch long handle, so not a big one by any means. But let's see how this guy is comparing up against the Ontario Rat number 1, for example, right over here, and the Ontario Rat number 2 right there. So definitely similar to more similar to that guy than to this big boy right over here. Like, for example, check this out up against Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and of course you got it, Spyderco Para 3. Yeah, we are in the same ballpark, definitely not paramilitary 2 material here, but Benchmade bug out. Yeah, we are kinda like in the same ballpark. Not really, because this is the mini bug out, and this is right in the middle of these two offerings from Benchmade. Let's check it out up against the Chris Reeve Knives large Sebenza 21, and you're gonna notice that, of course, that is smaller. And what about the small Sebenza 21? I would say still a little bit smaller than the Sebenza 20, the small Sebenza 21. So we don't have a large knife here. This is a large knife. This is the Custom Knife Factory Snafu 2.0, and it's a big boy. And this is another Custom Knife Factory. This is the 520, and it's a very, very decent EDC bull size. And it's still huge. Shirogorov Neon R20, fantastic size for EDC, and this is the bigger brother. This is the Shirogorov F95 Nudist Slim, and still, of course, like huge compared to that guy. Let me show you another couple options we have here. So Alliance Design Slim Mini Pickens, and look at this bad boy right over here. This is the Mr. G Mini Ares. Let me show you another couple of guys. Here you have the William Henry B12 Burns. Look at this blade, guys. Stay tuned for the review of this guy. And what else? Let me show you just another couple of gorgeous blades. Look at that, of course, Kirby Lambert Rain in a dragon skin, Damascus, and that's it. I'm just going to show you this Peter Rassenti Nirvana. And I lied. I just wanted to show you also this Drifter, because we have it in the house and it's just a gorgeous knife. So let's check the Giantmouse GM6. What is this? This is a Giantmouse. It's a GM6. It's made in China. It's gonna run you around $360. It's a titanium integral frame lock knife. So limited edition, 300 made of this guy. So it's not gonna be super easy to find one because it's sold out everywhere. Because it's a very cool one. It's very nicely made. Overall, the look, it's pretty good. It's pretty clean. When it's closed, it's nice. You can appreciate this chamfering going on like that. Of course, there's not going to be any inner chamfering because this is an integral piece. So integral handle means that this all handle has been milled out by from a solid billet of titanium, and there's no screws. So it's just like a one pivot screw here, and everything else has been milled out by a chunk of titanium. So really solid. So it's pretty hard to do internal skeletonization. So it's just not gonna happen. Titanium has been stone washed nicely, 3D milling going on, so it's not just like a flat slab. There's like curves, radiuses, and chamfers, and convex area, concave ones, and I mean they put some really intense work to create this guy. You've got a couple of finger grooves over here, but since this is a small knife, these are gonna be just like that. So it's gonna be 1, 2, and this guy over here. You can also use this like here, but yeah, to me it's not gonna work. Look at this, it's just like so small for my hands. So But I mean, the handle, it's gorgeously done. It's beautifully done. Like, look at the details. Look at this chamfer here. Look at this jimping. Of course, there's no backspacer here because it's just one solid piece, but you still have the option of attaching a lanyard, bead, or whatever through this hole. Very, very cool. I see that the blade is just a hair off. I don't know if we might tighten the pivot or not, but it's just, I mean, it's centered, but not just, yeah, maybe it's centered. Tip is absolutely protected. There's no way I'm able to touch the tip, so absolutely safe. You have a nice look also when deployed, so it's harmoniously designed. It's nicely done. I like this curve here and like the edge down here, beautiful chamfer. I mean, it's nicely designed. There's nothing we can say against that for sure. Overall, you know, you got a flipper tab, which is a little bit pointy, sticking out over here with double jimping. I'm not sure what the jimping on this side is for, because you're never gonna push like this way. You just, you know, you're gonna do that. So, but I mean, it's there. You have it there. Probably that's the only method of deployment. You can actually pinch it, but it's awkward, so don't. Just light switch or push button if you're like a little bit of a masochist, but just do the light switch and you're gonna be good to go. You have, I think this is a T6, looks like a T6 Torx bit screw for the pivot. To take it apart, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Just remove this pivot here. You have a collar, nicely titanium bronze anodized touch right there. Also over travel lock bar. It's integrated in the pivot on the lock side. Really, really cool touch. And so, I mean, screws, it's a little bit protruding, this pivot screw. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's not a biggie. You have some nice titanium milled pocket clip. There's not much clip ramp over here, so it's a little bit on the shallow side. The spring tension is perfect. It's really gorgeous, beautiful, not too strong, not too weak, very good. But the height is not that it's not enough. I think if you are like wearing some thicker pants, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit hard to just to slide this guy into the pocket. You've got, of course, your stainless steel lock face insert with integrated like in the pivot collar lock bar stabilizer. You've got the external relief for the lock bar. You see the tension is created with this cutout relief over there, which is external. Then you have, we said, this dip carry pocket clip titanium. It's tip up carry only, it's not reversible. And you have a screw here which serves to lock in place the clip. So interesting design right there. Of course, clip is not reversible, it's tip up only carry. You have this interesting blade indeed, with some very gentle jimping. It's effective, I have to say, because it's grippy, but it's not aggressive. So very, very cool touch with the crowning of the spine, which is absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me of the Chris Reeve knives. And then you have a dual tone. I mean, it's monotone because this is satin, but it's bi-directional satin. This side horizontal for the flats, and just kind of like diagonal for the main, for the primary bevel. And you have full belly going on, only belly up to the sharpening choil, and I would say fingertip choil. I mean, it's not really a finger choil, you're just gonna cut yourself, but you can actually do something like that, just like the tip, and then scrape and carve and do something like in that lines, but not a full finger choil. So this is just 1, 2, and boom, done. That's the regular grip, the main grip that I would get for this blade, which is done in M390 steel. And if you notice, you have the serial number right there. This is 179 of 300 made, so keep that in mind. You have a completely sterile blade on both sides. Really, really cool. I like this one. Nice plunge grind. The stock thickness is pretty cool. So it's not too thick, not too thin. Very, very robust. Or even the tip feels pretty robust. You have a pretty perfect grind symmetry on both sides. I don't see any imperfections. Looks pretty good to me. Nice and thin behind the edge, so good job. I see some nice chamfering and some nice jimping going on the flipper tab, even if I don't know what would be this jimping used for, like this maybe here to, I don't know, but it's there. Edge symmetry also is pretty good. You have a nice flat grind with this pretty cool satin finish. If you ask me, this looks good. Nice jimping, no thumb ramp, and overall a pretty sterile looking blade. Really cool. And the sound, classic. Nothing special. It's not that loud. It's sweet, it's rich. When you close it, it has like a little thud that is unobtrusive. It's very discreet and quiet. And when you open it, it's snappy, nice and clanky, and clicky when you close it. Really cool. The feel in your pocket, let's see how much this guy is gonna weight, because there's no internal skeletonization, so it feels a little bit dense for the size. In fact, look at that, 3.7 ounces. It's gonna be reasonable amount of weight, if you ask me. I mean, come on, look at this little touch, the Giantmouse logo on the back. It's just gorgeous. But I mean, I was saying, yeah, the weight in the pocket, it's all right. 3.7 ounces, not too bad. The feel in the hand is good, I have to say. There's no hot spots except for this point over here, in my case, because this is digging like that, because I have big hands. Not really sharp edges, just maybe a little bit on this spot here. If you choke it up, if you squeeze it, yeah, I might feel something like that. There's a lack of jimping on this area, but you have some jimping going on the back and on the spine of the blade. Basically no texture, it's just like a stone washed, plain, slippery finish going on the flats of the scales. Even if they're not flats, they're of course curved. I don't see any fit and finish issues, like no misalignments, nothing sticking out, protruding, it's crooked. It's just a simple piece, and it's solidly built 100%. This guy gives you like a very solid feel in your hand, because it's just one solid chunk of titanium. I mean, what do you expect? Of course, no rattling when closed, there's no blade play, there's a little bit of finger sore if you don't do the light switch. If you do push button, yeah, it's not gonna be fun on your fingertip. I don't feel any lock stick because of the stainless steel lock face insert. Very nice. There is no detent ball ramp on this on the tang of the blade, so you're just gonna feel a little bit of you know, the hard step right there. The clip ramp is I would have preferred something a little bit higher, less shallow than that, because more steepness means like it's easier to get in and out into the pocket, most likely. So this is not going to be super pleasant to get in the pocket. But again, not a big deal. This guy is running on bearings. Deployment speed is super fast for a small knife like that. It's really fast. The closing action is just, you see, you just falls down as soon as you disengage the lock bar, but you need to wiggle it in order to get it closed, so there's no guillotine effect. Detent strength is on the, I would say, on the medium strong side, so very good. No detent ball ramp, we said. And what else? The tent suction, yeah, not the best. It's very low. Not much magnetic effect in this one, if you ask me. And I mean, overall, this is a very cool knife. It's a little one, looks great, gorgeous handle, nicely milled, beautiful lines, titanium integral frame lock, really cool blade, I have to say, nice and slicey. It's a little bit too small for my paws, but it looks good. It sounds okay. I mean, nothing special in the sound department, and the feel is pretty decent considering the size of this little guy. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.